Hello, everybody. I told you I was going to try and do one of these a day, and I'm going to try and do that. I can't promise, but I'm going to do my best. Um, to be honest, I've been so excited about doing this series that I was literally up till 2:30 in the morning working on stuff, and then got back up at 6 o'clock this morning. Haven't taken a nap. I have just been going, going, going. And that is totally what I hope you guys will do, not necessarily without as much sleep, but I'm telling you, like, I have the passion and the energy that I had when I started the business back again. I needed to recharge my batteries, and I found that by going back and listening to important people like Eric Worre and Jim Rohn and Al Schreider and Jason Herrera and people like that, Sarah Robbins. I don't want to say that it's all males because it's not all males. Um, but today I am going to be mainly during this series going through a lot of Eric Worre stuff, but I'm also adding other people in as well so that you understand that these concepts weren't actually created by the people that we talk about. They had mentors, and they talk about these mentors in their stuff. So guess what? One thing I love about Eric Worre, he doesn't say that we can't share this information. So guess what? That's why I'm bringing it to you. I'm sharing and making a collection of things to make it easier for you to go on. And yesterday we talked about, network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. It really is. It's better because, we went over the things we don't like in a job, and they all fit the description of a traditional job. And we talked about the things that would be in a dream job, and they all fit in with network marketing. MLM, multi-level marketing. So why would you have such a problem with it? And once you learn, we're going to be working on all kinds of skills. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me get to the next slide. There's three types of multi-level marketing people. And I'm going to suggest, obviously, that everybody wants to shoot for number three. But you have number one. They're the posers. These are the people, they're hoping to get rich quick. They're hoping they buy that special lottery ticket and overnight they make $100 million. It's easy to get excited about that when we see people making money in short periods of time and stuff. But honestly, to cultivate a really good network marketing business, it does take time. Even the ones that hit it fast, they actually have to backtrack and go back and learn and do what they should have done in the beginning. It gets ahead of them. The cart gets in front of the horse, and if they want to stay successful, they have to go back and learn this stuff. And the posers, interestingly enough, 8 out of 10 people who get into direct sales start off as a poser. So, I know that I have done other businesses in direct sales, and I started as a poser. I got in, it didn't work out quick enough, and I just lost interest. Um, I was lucky I had really good success with this from the beginning, but there was just, oh gosh, I had a passion. I just It was the passion that really pushed me. I didn't start this business so much as a poser. I was more into the amateur stage when I started this one. So it had a whole different feel to it when I decided to do it. The next one is number two, and it's the amateur stage. The problem with amateurs is, and I have been guilty of this myself, I am in the amateur stage working on my professional stage. And so I don't think we can all choose to be a professional, but guess what? It takes years to get to that actual level. So don't feel bad. If you're in the amateur stage, you're where most of us are. This business is only 2 years old. So honestly, even the top level black status presenters are amateurs. They're not professionals yet. So what we are going to talk about, the amateurs. Amateurs are easy to spot because we look for that one thing that will take us to the top. We're looking for that one person that's going to boost our business and take us to the top. The nice thing I like about Unique, you can't do it with just one person under you that does all the work. You have to have at least 4 great people under you doing what you're doing. Plus, you've got to have your circle sales. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you need to check in our team page for my compensation videos. I have a short one and I have a long one. One's like 12 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes, and the other one is like 25 minutes. I try and make them as short as possible, but you should, at least if you're watching this, be at the stage that you need to be understanding our compensation plan. So what else? Amateurs are also always concerned about the timing. Oh, I joined too late. I got in too late. I missed the big rush. Trust me, this company is 2 years old and we have less than 200,000 people in it worldwide. You have not missed the timing or the rush. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. I could get into a direct sales, multi-level marketing group or business that had been in business for 30, 40, 50 years. As long as I was a professional, I could make it work. That is the difference between an amateur and a professional. An amateur is always looking for shortcuts. They're always asking, well, how'd you get all those people? How'd you do that? Guess what? I did it the hard way. And you're going to have to do it the hard way if you really want to be a professional. And I'm not going to get into the detail on this video. That will be on the next video. It will be on how to find prospects and stuff. So the thing about amateurs also, let me see. Oh, and you're always worried about, am I positioned good? Do I have the right upline? I'm just not doing good because I don't have the right upline. Well, I'll get into that in this next, when we get into the professionals, which I'm about to start. I love this. This is the like Wikipedia or whatever definition of a professional. A person who is paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and to complete them for a fee. I love Eric Worre's definition because it has to do with us. A person who is an expert at the skills required to build a large and successful network marketing organization. So that is very important. You have to become an expert at certain skills. And once you get those skills down, guess what? You learn, or you build a large and successful organization. That's how simple it is. But you have to learn the skills, and you not only have to learn them, you have to implement them. I can go to college all day long and get a degree, but if I never go into that field and do it, then I'm not successful, am I? At least not at what I learned all those skills for, that knowledge. So anyway, that's the trick. You have to get out of your comfort zone and you have to do these things. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Or is it? What is it that, the one of the things you hear when you get into direct sales, and I am not arguing with it at all. Do not get me wrong. I actually approve of this message. The ignorance on fire part, what that is saying is when you get into your direct sales business, jump on it. Because if you signed up, you had a certain passion when you hit that button that said join, and you hit the final button that you paid and you're all set up. You had a passion. And I am telling you, that passion will take you a long distance. If it starts to die, you're going to have a harder time fanning the fire back up again. But the saying is, is better than knowledge on ice. Knowledge on ice is the people that will not make a move until they know every single stinking detail about the company, about the products, about everything. And some people can operate that way, but I'll tell you the truth. There is a way to do both. It's okay to start out and get started excited and do the first few steps that your upline tells you. But you need to learn all the time. This is some of my favorite quotes and stuff. Don't stop learning while you're earning. You can be earning money doing your business while you're learning more and more about the business. I crammed in about probably about 3 days. I started my party, and I was posting, I was doing what I was supposed to, because I already had I was a hostess first, and I was a successful hostess. I actually started on my own as a hostess, pretty much taking over the party, but that's my personality. I'm a control freak to some extent. I've learned that I have to let go of the things I can't control, and that has made a huge difference in my happiness in my life. But the thing was, I was posting and I was doing that, but literally, I think the first 3 nights I slept maybe 3 hours a night, and the rest of the time I was posting, sending out messages, doing everything I could. And I was watching videos. I was learning about the products. Anything I could get my hands on. And back when I started, there wasn't a whole lot. Our uplines, they're starting to put training into effect. It's one of the reasons I do so much training. I love to have stuff available to you. And this is one of those things. This is an amateur feeling, but I'm trying to take this out of the picture for you, so you can't use this as an excuse. But as an amateur, I have felt sometimes that if the training had been there better, I could have spent less time trying to do stuff myself and build it for my team, and I could have been building my team instead. So guess what? I have taken that excuse away from you. I give you lots of training. I do videos. We'll be doing conference calls again soon. It's kind of hard. This is crazy busy time of the year for people. But I am going to try and at least do one every couple weeks right now. And then after things kind of get settled, we'll do once a week at least. Start focusing on the skills. Stop focusing on the money and other things. If you're too focused on the money, it just has a way of messing things up. I'll be honest, I focused on my teams. I focused on helping my people grow. And by doing that, it helped me grow. Because you guys know this business is about, you know, how you build your team and how you continue to build your team and how you build it wide and how it'll if you build it wide it will go deep. That's just laws of, ratios or whatever. You need to decide to do it right, though. If you're going to do it, you're going to treat it like a profession. It's more than a project. It's a career choice. It really is. Jim Rohn, I think I discussed about wages and profits in one of my videos, wages versus profits. And, most of us started as a part-time job. And and it works well. We're making money and it helps add to the money that we're already making and stuff. But one of your things that you should be focusing on is that this is going to be eventually my full-time career. If you're in this video, I assume you want to be a professional. That this is what you. If not, that's okay. You can be you can be an amateur, or you can decide to be a professional. Because guess what? If you decide to be a professional, we're all going to be on that journey together, because I am nowhere near being a professional. Even Eric Worre, I think, sometimes even feels like though he's a professional and has been for years, there's days I'm sure he feels like an amateur. So, I love this quote from Jim Rohn. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And how does that work? Let me get into the next section. Why is this a great opportunity for everybody, for everyone? It is the most equal opportunity in the world. There's no prior education necessary. Everything is learnable. Think about it. There is no discrimination in this, because you are using your own contacts and your own friends, and you're building new contacts and new friends all the time. So there's no discrimination. You're not going to be discriminated against because you're a woman. In fact, who is our target audience? Women. Men, sure, you can make some sales off of men, but I'll be honest, women are your main focus, and we know that, and it's okay. So if you can't say that it's discriminating against you if you're using your own friends. The opportunity is equal, and there's no education necessary. You get educated while you do it. This is what I love about the three things about it. Products are the same for anyone in your company. We all have the same products. We all have the same website capabilities. We all have the same training as far as like weekly courses. We all have the same back office stuff. We have team talk. All of that is level. The only thing that might be different is your upline, and we're going to get to that in a second. Number 2, we all use the same compensation plan. It is the same for everybody. You have the equal opportunity to reach black just as much as I do. You might hit black before I do, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. I know that I am working to be a professional, and I will be there. And I will be there in the time that's meant to be. So I'm not worried about that. This is the huge part. Your upline is a resource, not an excuse. Let me tell you a little something. My upline's upline, you can go 3 or 4 up. Everybody was new. Nobody had a clue what the crap they were doing. And we had to do it all with a little help from a black status prisoner. But I reached out. I made contacts, and I started asking people. If I saw something on their page after I made hey, tell me more about this. Hey, can I use this? Hey. Guess what? Those same people are some of my same sounding boards today. I'm going to call her out. Gina Maxwell is one of my great buddies, and we talk. Sometimes we go weeks without talking. Sometimes we talk almost every day. It just depends what's going on. But she is kind of my accountability partner, my venting person. She's got the same upline if you go up further, but as far as like we're not in the same line until I run into Lauren. Lauren is her direct upline, and I'm Lauren's third generation. But we just clicked. We both do unique. We both have businesses of our own too. She lives in Oklahoma, and her family, oh gosh, I want to say they're in. I don't want to say, it's an industry business. I own a martial arts school with my husband. She owns that with her husband, and we have a lot of other things that we have to do on the side, not just unique. The more I make, though, the more I'm able to step back from my martial arts school, and that's fantastic. And that's what I'm hoping for you guys one day. But my point is, you can't blame your upline. You can't. Because guess what? Number 3, you are the only variable between success and failure. So you can make excuses all day long, or you can do it yourself. And one of the things that Eric Worre actually says, and I really thought this was huge, he said, if you decide you're going to be a professional, when you get to the point where you really want to be a professional, go to your upline and say, thank you so much for sponsoring me. Oh, and by the way, I know my sponsor's probably listening to this, so I am saying this to you. I love you, and I want you to know, thank you for giving me this awesome opportunity. You have been amazing as a sponsor, but I am only going to use you as a resource now, because I am going to be a professional, and I am going to take my business to the professional level. But I wanted to tell you how much of an inspiration you were to me. And yes, I'm a little sappy right now, because when I think about the unique opportunity that I was given, I almost passed it up, ladies. When I hosted my party, from day one, I said, I'll host a party for you, but I do not want to join. I can just imagine if I hadn't changed my mind. I would have never met all of the amazing women that I have gotten to work with. Because I don't care how much money I make. If I quit doing this today, I would feel like I was letting down almost 400 ladies who are on my team. And I never want to feel like that, because those ladies make me who I am. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. But I also want to be professional. And I want to help you be professional. So, if you're really on board and you want to be a professional, keep watching the videos. Get around people who have something of value to share with you. Their impact will continue to have a significant effect on your life long after they have departed. I know I've said it before, Jim Rohn said that. Jim Rohn is dead. Jim Rohn is one of the most influential men in network marketing. If you don't know who he is, you need to Google him and you need to watch some of his videos, listen to some of his audios. As a matter of fact, I know some of y'all know I love to listen to Audible books. Audible.com, and I download them onto my phone. And one of the things that recently came available is Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. It's like less than 2 hours long. I think it's more like an hour and a half. And it is basically him giving a speech, an hour and a half long speech. And it's his most famous stuff all put in one. And it cost me like $1.95. And I downloaded it, and now I can listen to it anytime I want to. And some other suggestions. Tom Schreider and he goes by Big Al, don't ask me. He has quite a few big, great things. How to build network marketing leaders, how to prospect, sell, and build your network marketing business with stories. The 4-color personalities for MLM. Some of these are just becoming available. I haven't even gotten to listen to 2 of these. The first one I mentioned, I've listened to several times. Eric Worre, GoPro, 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. Guess where I'm getting a lot of this material from that I talked to you about? The one from Eric Worre, it's actually narrated by him. So it's really awesome because he's a really great speaker. But let me finish by saying you need to make the decision to be a poser, an amateur, or a professional. We already know to be a professional, it takes a long time. But you have to make that choice first. If you're a poser, I totally understand. You just want to see how it goes. You're just going to stick your toe in the water. That's all right. You're along with 7 out of 10 people, 7 more out of 10 people, because there's 8 out of 10 people that do that. Hopefully, you'll get a whiff of success and you'll go a little further, and then you'll become an amateur. And then hopefully, once you pick amateur level, you'll decide to go professional. But don't let anybody make your decision but you. Don't blame your upline. Don't blame it on not getting gifts. Don't blame it on not getting training. Don't get it on anything like that, because all of us are in control of our own business and our own destiny. And I'm going to give you some more powerful things to be able to help you with your business. So hopefully tomorrow I will have the first of those. And I just want to tell you guys how much I really appreciate everything everybody does, from my personally rolled down to, golly, I think we're down to maybe even 7, 8 generations deep, maybe now. And never count out your generations down, because you never know when somebody's going to step out and all of a sudden people come up under you. I've seen it happen a lot. I've had it happen. But if you don't want it to happen, you need to become a professional. I love you guys. If you have questions, let me know. Hopefully you can comment on our page, on the comments when I post this, whether you like it or not, if you're enjoying the series or not. Our next topic, let me see, I want to pull it up, is going to be finding prospects. It's going to be pretty awesome. Oh, and as a final note, I just want you to know, they say that to become a professional, it takes 10, or an expert, I should say, it takes 10,000 hours of practice. If you work or do something 4 hours a day, 10,000 hours would equal out to around 7 years. So if you're only working your business part-time and you want to be a professional, we're looking at 7 years. Maybe less if you can work at more hours a day, but that's just an idea. I'm okay being an amateur as long as I am working my tail off to be professional. Love you all. Ask me any questions you need.